Good evening, everyone. My name is Mitch, or if you watch me on YouTube, you probably know me as Fisherman Productions. And before I get started tonight, I have to make a confession to you. Simple fact is that I am absolutely petrified of being in front of this camera. I know I'm sitting here alone, there's nobody in the room with me, and yet this camera's here, and I know that when this is all said and done, that I'm going to publish this out on the internet. And yet I feel comfort in the fact that I'm not here to talk about myself. I'm here to talk about someone that's very special to me. As a matter of fact, the most special someone to me. His name is Jesus. And despite any myths or legends or rumors that you've heard about him, any half-truths or non-truths that you've heard, I just want to talk about the simple story of Jesus. See, he didn't, despite the fact that he's a king, despite the fact that he's our Savior, of course he didn't start that way. He started in a little barn. Actually, it was more like a cave, according to the historians that understand it. He was born in a cave to an impoverished family. He was laid into a feed trough. And this was the humble beginnings of God living amongst us as a man. Emmanuel, God is with us. He didn't come here to be rich. He didn't come here to rule men from a throne. He came here as a servant. And his whole life reflects that. He grew up impoverished. His father was a carpenter. His mother, of course, was among scandal just in the fact that before they were even married, she was pregnant. And even Joseph was scared, his father, his earthly father. He was scared because, she could have very well been stoned just for what was happening there. But an angel appeared to him and said to trust. And they were parents who trusted. Parents who had absolutely nothing to their name. I imagine that Jesus had nights where he went to bed with a stomach that was growling because there wasn't enough food to eat in their house. To be born into Israel around 0 AD was either a time where you were rich or you were poor. And his family was poor. He didn't come here to have riches. He came here to serve. And throughout his life we see that. We see that in his ministry, as he went out and healed the sick, cast out demons. He was here to free us. And so he did. All the way through his life we see only a life of service. And when I conclude this, when I get done with this very short video, because I'm not going to make this lengthy, I don't want anybody to look at me too long, I want to run some other things along with it. Some pictures along with some scriptures, maybe a little bit of music. The purpose of this, like I said, is very simple: to introduce you to Jesus. How much did he love us to come to this place? To leave heaven and come to this place and live this life? How much did he love us to serve us in the way that he did? How much did he love us to die on that cross? See, if it was just any man that had died on that cross that day, then he would have had no choice. He would have been convicted and he would have gone to the cross. And that would have been the end of it, an execution just like any other. But we know that he had the power not to do this. He had the power to say no at any given point. And yet all he ever did was say yes, yes, yes. Yes, Father, yes. And I think it was more than just his Father. I think it was his deep love for us. And not just for me, not just for you, for all of us. He willingly died on that cross. If you've ever wondered about his heart, if you've ever wondered about where he was in that moment, there's some words that he says as he prays out to God while he's hanging there on that tree. And he says to him, Father, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing. They have no idea. They are completely ignorant. And you know, I think the truth is that so many of us who even claim Jesus are ignorant. We don't know of his deep love for us. It's one thing to carry it in my head and understand, okay, yeah, I know Jesus came. I know he died on this tree. I know he sacrificed for himself for me so I could go to heaven someday. But there's so much more that you're missing then. Because the fact is that what he really wants is a relationship with you, right here and right now. You don't have to put it off. You don't have to wait until heaven. You don't have to live in this brokenness. Now, if you're not broken, you don't have anything wrong, you think your life is wonderful, I encourage you just to move on, because I really don't have much to say to you. But if you're somebody that's hurting tonight, if you're somebody that is lacking hope tonight, if you're somebody that's wondering, is there anyone that truly loves me unconditionally, well, then this message is for you. See, because I was there at one point in my life. It was many years after I claimed Christianity. Many years after I proclaimed with my lips. I tried to live my life by willpower. I was always tired and worn out. I felt like I could never really be enough. I tried every book that I could think of. I tried every regimen. But the truth is that I just wanted to fix myself so I could be acceptable to him. Whereas he just wanted me to give myself to him so he could do his work within me. So there was a night back in April of 2009. It was a tough night. I was very broken. All of my willpower had failed. Everything that I had tried had failed, and I realized that I was right back where I'd started all over again. And it was just a cycle that repeated itself. And I sat there in despair on the edge of a hotel room bed. I was trying to open this book I'd been reading that was talking about how Christians are hypocritical and judgmental and how we drive people out of the church. And I was identifying with it because I was seeing myself inside that book. But then I heard his voice. I heard his voice as he called me to the floor. I went to my knees first. That just wasn't low enough before him. And then I went to my face. And I cried out. I said, I am so broken. I am so lost. I am so sad. I have no hope. I can't even trust myself. Who can I trust? It was his name. He was my only option remaining. I couldn't trust me. I couldn't trust my family. I couldn't trust any person not to let me down. It was going to happen eventually. And I was going to do it over and over again. So as I was there, I decided, yes, I'm going to put my trust in you. I'm going to put the full weight of my trust in you. I'm going to stop saying that I trust you, and I'm going to start trusting you. And amazing things occurred in my heart in that night. God spoke to me. He spoke to me and he healed my heart. He transformed me from one person into a completely different person in just a few short words. And so if you wonder why it is I'm sitting here in front of this camera tonight, that's really the heart of the matter right there. Because I know there are a lot of people that are like me. I know there are a lot of people that are broken, lost, confused. You don't know what direction to go. You don't know who to trust. And I have just a few short words for you. There is one that you can trust. He's the same one that sacrificed it all to come to this planet. He's the same one that grew up this impoverished life. He's the same one that healed the sick, cast out the demons, and set captives free. He's the same one that went to that tree and willingly died, knowing that he had a choice. His answer was yes. All right, so I promised to keep this brief, and so I will. And so I really just want to close with a simple question for you. And that is, do you have a relationship with Jesus? Because what I want to tell you is that if you do not have a relationship with him, that he wants one with you. And it's irregardless of what happened today, what happened yesterday, what happened 5 years ago, the things that you've done or the things that have been done to you. All of those things are inconsequential to him. He is fully capable of healing all of those past wounds, and he is fully capable and glad to accept you just as you are. You don't need to change. You just need to trust him.
They say don't waste your time. You simply cannot find an ounce of good within the heart of man. They say